Deep in the Kalahari Desert, women over 50 don't just survive, they lead. They don't have fancy gyms or supplements. Their joints stay flexible, their stress levels stay low. What do they know that we've forgotten? Let's look at the ancient root that's quietly changing everything. Think about the last time you walk down a health food aisle. You see walls of plastic bottles, you see bright labels promising youth. The modern wellness industry loves isolated compounds. It loves marketing over tradition. We are told to take one pill for our knees, we take another pill for our mood. It feels like a full-time job, but across the world in Southern Africa, the approach is different. Plants are not treated like emergency medicine. They are woven into daily life. They have been used as daily food medicine for centuries. I spent years looking at these patterns. I wanted to understand why my own body felt so out of balance. The answers I found changed how I look at aging completely. But here's the catch. The most powerful of their tools isn't a plant at all. It is something most of us have quietly lost. I will come back to that secret in just a moment. First, let's change our setting. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine the red earth of the Kalahari under your feet. The air carries a dry, heavy heat. As the sun drops, the sky turns a deep amber. You start to hear the sound of evening around a fire. You hear low laughter and rhythmic voices. It is the sound of women talking in this part of the world. Community is the default setting. It is not a luxury you schedule on a calendar. In countries like Namibia and South Africa, elder women hold central roles. They are the anchors of family decisions. They are looked at for wisdom, not just age. They don't fight aging. They prepare for it together. When your body changes after 40, your environment matters. The stress of isolation changes your biology, but in the village, the environment protects you. Let's look at how this works on a practical level. There are 3 specific methods these women use. They affect the body and the mind at the same time. The first method is a plant called devil's claw. The scientific name is Herbal. It grows native in the dry sand of southern Africa. The plant gets its name from its small hooked fruit. For generations, the San and Exosa peoples have harvested its roots. They use it specifically for joint pain and deep inflammation. Think of it as WD-40 for your joints, but it is made by the earth, not a factory. When we turn 50, our joints can feel like rusty hinges. We wake up stiff. This root works quietly to clear the rust. Researchers have actually studied this plant quite a bit. They found it contains compounds that calm the body's swelling response. It does not work overnight like a synthetic painkiller. It builds up in your system over time. The best part is how accessible it has become. You don't need to travel to the desert to find it. It is available in capsule or tea form at most local health food stores. Try it for 1 to 2 weeks. Pay attention to how your joints feel in the morning before you have done anything else. Now let's talk about the second method. I'll be honest, the plant part I understood right away. The village part took me much longer to grasp. This is the power of shared living. In the West, we pride ourselves on independence. We carry our worries like heavy backpacks. We manage our homes, our jobs, and our aging bodies alone. But our biology was never designed for isolation. Your body cannot tell the difference between social isolation and a real physical threat. Both situations trigger the exact same alarm system. That alarm system releases a hormone called cortisol. High cortisol breaks down muscle. It makes your joints hurt more. It disrupts your sleep. When women live communally, they don't carry problems alone. They share the emotional load. The biology here is incredibly elegant. Close social contact raises a hormone called oxytocin. Think of oxytocin as the natural dimmer switch for stress. When oxytocin goes up, cortisol drops immediately. This has a direct impact on your hormonal balance after 40. You do not need to move into a commune to get this benefit. Research shows that just 15 minutes of face-to-face contact daily can shift your hormonal baseline. It turns off the internal alarm. The third method is a daily ritual. It centers around a plant called rooibos. This tea comes exclusively from the Western Cape of South Africa. It is a vibrant, needle-like bush. Unlike traditional black or green teas, rooibos is completely caffeine-free. It is naturally packed with unique antioxidants. In Southern Africa, it is drunk throughout the day. It is especially common before sleep. Think of it as a warm hug for your nervous system at the end of a long day. There is no stimulation, there is no nervous edge. It brings just quiet, many herbal teas have a major downside. If you leave the tea bag in too long, they taste bitter. They taste like medicine. Rooibos is different. It is naturally smooth. It never gets bitter. Even if it sits on your counter, it helps soothe the digestive tract. It calms the evening anxiety that often spikes during menopause. Your entry point: replace your current nighttime drink with 1 cup of rooibos tonight. That is it. No rules after that. This brings us to a surprising reframe. When we hear about these lifestyles, we feel a sense of envy. We look at our suburban neighborhoods. We look at our busy highways and closed garage doors. We think we don't have access to this kind of life. American women often feel trapped by modern design, but the village is not about geography. It is not about living in a specific type of house. Communal support is about regularity of contact. It is about consistency, not location. You can create the biological effect of a village right in suburban America. You just have to change how you view your schedule. You must start treating live human contact as a physical need. It is not a weekend luxury. We have built a culture that prioritizes efficiency. We text instead of calling. We use self-checkout lanes to save time. We stay inside our bubbles. This is a massive myth. We treat socializing as a nice-to-have activity. In reality, it is a strict bodily requirement. We simply took a basic biological need and renamed it into a luxury. When you starve the body of connection, it protests through inflammation and poor sleep. So, how do we bring this wisdom into our own lives this week? You do not need to overhaul your entire existence. You don't need to do all of this at once. One thing is enough to start. Let's break down 3 practical steps you can take today. First, look into Devil's Claw. Find a high-quality capsule or a loose leaf tea. Try using it consistently for about a week or 2. Pay close attention to your body in the mornings. Notice the level of joint mobility when you first step out of bed. Second, introduce rooibos into your evening routine. Replace your current nighttime drink with a warm cup of this red tea. Drink it without any added sugar. Try to have it about an hour before bed. Let the warmth signal to your brain that the day is done. Third, start your own village habit. Commit to 1 live human contact every single day. This could be a quick coffee with a neighbor. It could be a video call with a sister. It could be a short walk with a friend. Here is the rule for this habit. Texting does not count. Social media comments do not count. Only in-person contact or live video counts. Your brain needs to see facial expressions. It needs to hear the tone of a voice to release oxytocin. Start with whatever sounds least strange to you. The positive effect tends to arrive before you expect it. The older women of the Kalahari are not magical. They are not shielded from life's problems. They experience grief, hardship, and physical changes just like we do. They just have a different infrastructure for moving through them. They have a system that holds them up when things get heavy. Our bodies were built for community. We just stopped calling it a necessity. Let's start changing that today. Take a look at your own weekly routine. Is there someone you talk to regularly? Do you notice a physical difference on the days when that contact doesn't happen? Think about it. Let's continue this conversation down in the comments below.